it's all in his head? Is that what I'm taking from this? Like, it's about that final step of it being up to him. I listened to Terp, Pure Hoops, with Jones and Keefe. It's that mental hurdle. He's got to be right physically and mentally. So he's been cleared physically, right? Like, it feels like that. You're scrimmaging 5-on-5. You were practicing 5-on-5 with the Maine Red Claws. Feels like you've been cleared physically, but the Celtics aren't going to push you, right? They're not going to push you. So as Terp said, he's got to get in the right place mentally to get on the basketball court. I don't really know what that means. I really don't. He plays basketball. Like, no one's going to die if he's not 100% JT out there. He's not – what's that family, Fitzy, that the high wire act people that do the they go from build to skyscraper?
Flying Walendas.
Yeah, he's not a Walenda where if he's having a bad day mentally, he falls 10,000 feet to his death in front of the audience on Netflix. He plays basketball. If he has a bad day –
he's not climbing – he's not free soloing a skyscraper in Taipei. He plays basketball. But this is I don't think this is about like, oh, I got to make sure that I'm my brand or that I'm vintage JT who can go off for 46 against the Bucks. I think there is still, and listen, anyone that's ever had an injury remembers the first time they sort of got back into action when it really mattered most, and they thought, God, please don't go again. Calf, bicep, shoulder, Achilles, back, glute, hamstring, whatever it is, whatever that moment was. That was covered in the 3-minute, 14-second first episode of Holy God Help Me. Here's a 5-part. I don't even know the name of the Jayson Tatum docuseries. I care that much about it. But whatever that moment was, when it popped at MSG, he's still not over that. I don't know what it's going to take emotionally for him to get over that hurdle, aside from just giving it a go.
Exactly. He can't get over that hump without getting over that hump. So let's get over that hump sooner, so then you can start the actual basketball process of being JT when we need you to be JT in the playoffs. It's like, right, I almost feel like he needs a Kevin Garnett or a Mike Vrabel, just some hard-ass to be like, did they clear you? Oh, they cleared you? So get your ass back out there. Like, that's the reality. This is not some weird head injury, concussion. If the greatest doctors in the world, and can we all assume he has the greatest doctors in the world?
Yeah, no doubt.
So as the greatest doctors in the world are like, oh, yeah, it's good to go. Yeah, you can go practice. You can do what you need to do. And then Shams is like, well, it's really about his calves. I don't know. Did the doctors say that? Or is he telling you that he's worried about his calves? And I had a backhanded compliment that I just wanted to read real quick from the 781. Never thought I'd agree with Hart on any topic ever. But Mr. Napoleon Complex is right about this one.
I thought you were going to skip the second half of that.
Mr. Napoleon Complex is Scrappy Doo 2.0. Durbin, you and I, we're guys. We're the little ones around here.
God.
He just has to get back out there. Like, all signs point to this. And we're going to hear later from some other, maybe we'll get some Stephen A. Smith in. I feel like there's this developing sourcing battle of manipulating the narrative from different sides. Maybe one side trying to, like, give him some tough love and, like, get out there. It's pain tolerance. Like, get your mind right, get your grind right, and get your ass on the court. And then the Stephen A. Tatum side, like, it's like 9 months. I mean, I probably should just take the whole year off, right? Like, okay, get over yourself and get on the court. That would be my simplification.
Yeah, it's Chris Haynes versus Ramona Shelburne versus Stephen A. Smith, seemingly, versus the rest.
Yeah,
is kind of what we seem to just. And now Shams is obviously in it because he's kind of the new top dog when it comes to that. I don't know though. I mean, it's one thing for a doctor to tell you that everything's going to be fine with a devastating lower body injury that you go through. First time you're kind of dealing with that type of adversity as a professional. It's one thing to be told that. It is another to trust it and be able to pivot and move and be as explosive as you were before without even an iota of a thought of, oh, geez, what happens if I step on this the wrong way or I turn the wrong way? So as much as I think it's annoying to know that the only hurdle in front of him right now seems to be his own mentality, I do think that's where he's coming from. I do think it's I can't trust it right now, no matter what all the best doctors in the world say. I have to feel it and have to trust it before I can get out there and be at my best.
So, Fitzy, Dr. Tatum is questioning the analysis of all the other doctors from his 1 year of college.
Well, nobody knows Jayson Tatum better than Jayson Tatum, Andy.
I don't know if that's true, actually.
Oh, come on.
I actually think the doctor knows his Achilles better than him right now. The doctor has seen hundreds of thousands, high-level athletes, whatever, and is like, hey, you may not love the way it feels. It's fine. It is fine. I know you're going to have to work through some stuff, whatever, in your own head, but I actually think the doctor knows better than Jayson Tatum right now, Fitzy.
Yeah, but the only problem is if this were just like it's something you can't see as easily, so the doctor should know the Achilles obviously very well. Like calf strains can often lead to or be a contributing, precipitating incident that'll lead to an Achilles tear, which sucks. And obviously, a lot of times you see like when the slow-mo of when Kevin Durant tore his. First, we saw the calf kind of going. Then later in the same game when he's playing with the strain, there goes the Achilles. If Jayson Tatum's the one who can tell everybody, like, the calves feel fine. Like they're good to go. The Achilles is what the doctor can see with magnetic resonance imaging. And if they say, like, no, structurally it's fine, like, you just have to get out there, like, yeah, just because, like, you jumped in the pool without your swimmy one time and you thought you flailed about and you thought you're going to drown. Like, the only way you're going to figure out if you can swim is if you ditch the swimmies and jump back in, kid.
Yes. So you're on board with me, Fitzy. He needs to just, like, kind of put his head down. We can't go down this, like, J.D. Drew road of you have to be mentally and physically perfection and zen and all these things. Like, at some point, isn't he going to have that first drive, Dan Ball, where he doesn't know how it's going to react? Like, he can do it on the practice court. Practice. He still has to have that first time at TD Garden in front of a packed house that, if we're honest, is probably going to be electric, right? He's going to touch the ball for the first time.
Oh.
We can all see it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking this guy.
Yeah.
He's doing it right here.
Standing O. They're going nuts at tip that day.
That first time has to happen, right? You can't skip that first time.
No, you can't.
That's always on the timeline.
But you can be
So
as
get it
damn
done.
sure as possible that
How do you
that
get
first
there?
time.
5 practices, 10 practices, an hour and a half scrimmage. Like, what does Dr. Tatum have in his timeline to check off the final box and say, okay, Joe, I'm ready to play now? Like, what is that?
I don't know that number. You don't know that
Does
number.
he?
Doctors don't. No, right now, clearly Jayson Tatum doesn't know that number. Clearly,
Because it doesn't exist.
Whatever that barrier for entry is that he's trying to get to practice-wise, 5-on-5 scrimmage-wise, whatever they're doing to get him back, whatever that hurdle is, he hasn't gotten there yet. And only he's going to be the one ultimately that knows, you know what? I'm comfortable.
So you'll know it when you get there kind of thing?
Unfortunately, yeah. When it's something as devastating as what he went through, yeah, I think it is something that you simply have to see and feel to believe.
Hey,
this isn't a hamstring. I mean, this is an Achilles tear, and there are all sorts of contributing factors. I don't think he's let me just put this out there. I don't think he's doing this part of it for the attention.
I think he does everything for attention, but we can get into that later.
I'm not saying that he doesn't love the attention. I think he absolutely relishes it. How can you say he doesn't love the attention when he did a 5-part docuseries from injury to from
Is it
back
really
to
a
the line?
docuseries? Do we need to get into that? Like, what are the parameters of how long do you need to go for it to be a docuseries? What is it, 3 minutes and 14 seconds?
But it's multiple episodes.
As long as the episodes ramp up in time, like, you know what's happened is that documentaries used to be feature length, and then there were documentary shorts or documentary television.
It's not even a TED Talk.
44 minutes. Yeah, like Ken Burns made documentaries, but they were television length series. YouTube has changed the entire definition and all the parameters of what a documentary is because people make these little vignettes, featurettes. These are featurettes, if nothing else, if held up onto their own. But I guess it's a docu-series. That said, sure, he loves the attention. I think he's just being extra cautious right now. But the problem is, everyone can see, Guy, if you were out there with this team, like you watched last night's game, or like most of the rest of America, or at least Celtics Nation, like myself, you fell asleep with 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter because the Celtics lost gas, and so did you, close to midnight. You could see, like, boy, they could have used, like, if they had one extra energy guy out there, one extra somebody with fresh legs, decent calves, and a recently reconstructed Achilles, they may have held their own and won that game in Denver.
You want him to play in the light air of Denver? If he can't get over the mental hurdle of playing in Boston, he's never going to get over the mental hurdle of 5,000.
Big boy pants don't put themselves on, Dan. Andy. Both of you, whoever. The studio.
I'll give you
say
this.
Studio.
I'll give you this, though, Andy. I will, to the point of the mentality, ego, attention of it all. I don't think that he's dragging this out, being mentally ready. I'm with Fitzy. I don't think this is for attention any more than anything else that he does is. I do think the conflicting reports that we get, Stephen A. saying one thing, Chris Haynes saying another, Ramona Shelburne, then Shams, and then kind of just rotating around, I do think that's on purpose. I think that's his team around him, making sure that Jayson Tatum is in the headlines as much as possible as it pertains to his return and getting eyes on the docuseries and eyes on every Celtics game that happens in prime time from a certain 3-week stretch in March. I do think there is a little bit of that because there's no way that all of these individual quote-unquote insiders can be this far off in their individual reporting. He has no timetable. He's back at the beginning of March. He should take the whole season off. It's going to be 16 months. That much of a discrepancy between 4 people that seem to be in the know, that makes me go, okay, maybe that's being done with a little bit of a motive behind it.
All right, so let's listen to Stephen A. Smith, who's been on a slightly different side of the agenda for Jayson Tatum.
You're 27 years old. Jaylen Brown is 28, and you've been to 5 conference finals. He's been to 6. You've been to 2 NBA finals. He's been to 2 NBA finals. You both have won a championship together already, and you got plenty of time to figure out how to do it again. You ain't in your 30s. You in your 20s. You got ample amount of time over the course of your career as a dynamic duo to pull this off. We want to make sure everything is in place and nothing potentially disrupts that for the long term. That's how you sell that to Jayson Tatum. You talk about what you've done repeatedly over the years. Think about the age 27.
Ridiculous.
And you've been to 5 conference finals and 2 NBA finals and a champion. Age 28, you Jaylen Brown. You've been to 6 conference finals and 2 NBA finals and you're a champion. You do have a legitimate beef to say, what's the rush? Let's make sure we got this right. You're Boston. You could do that because if they did what they did at a younger age, imagine what they're going to do. It's not like in their late 30s.
All right, Stephen A., I'm done with you. So Stephen A. thinks you can sell it quite easily that Jayson Tatum, just take the year off. What you guys have done, you'll continue to keep doing this. Wait, I thought I was warned about that at the Super Bowl. Don't just assume you're going back to the Super Bowl. Don't just assume you're going back to the NBA Finals. Don't just assume you'll be in position to go to the Eastern Conference Finals every flipping year. You are in position to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, correct? You're the number 2 seed, so
Yep.
if Chalk wins out, you should play the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolutely.
No guarantee of that, I know. But you're in position. You've put yourself in position for that.